do me a favor, pull up the first link where it shows Andrew predicted this, because I mean, he knew that this was going to happen. You know what I mean? I'm sure it's not a surprise, as you guys know. Give you guys a quick summary in case you've been living under a rock. Andrew's had a meteoric rise in the past year. He was searched more than Donald Trump and Kim Kardashian combined.
Yep.
The peak hit right around August. He was on every single platform. You couldn't escape him. And honestly, he took over the internet, the genius marketer, and for good reason, because quite frankly, let's be honest here, there's a void on the internet for positive masculinity, despite the fact that people try to sit here and say, oh, he's a poster boy for misogyny and he's toxic and he's an asshole, all this other bullshit. He's helped a lot of guys self-improve and understand their value as men, because we live in a world nowadays where men are treated as second-class citizens if you live in a first world Western country.
Yep.
Okay. So obviously, right, anytime you rise to fame and you have some type of influence, especially when it goes against the narrative, right, of what they've been trying to push down our throats, you're going to be silenced to some degree. They're going to cancel you. They're going to try to take away your freedom. Then at some point, you might get assassinated. Okay. Yeah. This is just the unfortunate reality of the world that we're in. Okay. I mean, you guys don't believe me? Look at John F. Kennedy. They just recently declassified some documents concerning him. And we know 100% now that the CIA was involved in that hit to some degree, right? They didn't declassify all of it, but now we know that they were 100% involved. This is what happens, guys, whenever society fears your influence. Yes, I'm fresh.
I was just gonna say, man, at this point, guys, regarding this whole case, like, I don't think it's easy to point fingers and say, oh, it's his fault. Guys, we don't know the full details, so please, in the chat, please be respectful, bro. Just keep it 1,000 with you, man.
Yeah. So all right. So play that clip real quick, because I want y'all to know that he knew this was coming.
Yeah.
Drew, right now in this moment, you know, what is like going through your head right now? You've been banned off many social medias. You haven't done a podcast in a while. So what's your thoughts?
Put a 1 in the chat if the volume is good, the sound is good, and everything. Put a 2 if it's not.
So like, what are your plans now, or like, what do you feel about what's happened to you, and what's your moves? Or I mean, I don't expect you to reveal them, but what's your plans?
Yeah. So the Matrix attacked me.
Yeah.
They tried to remove me from social media.
Used their bullets.
They used their bullets. I'm still all over social media, so they failed.
They failed.
What's scary about it, the only thing I will say I don't like about being banned is that you get 3 lives when you attack powerful people. They first ban you and try and shut you up. Secondly, they'll put you in jail for something you didn't do. And thirdly, they'll kill you. So I've used my first life, which is kind of upsetting when you know that next is going to be some false charges.
The 2 worst ones.
Yeah. And if you survive the false charges, you just die.
Jesus.
So that's kind of upsetting. But
that's kind of upsetting.
It is. I like to, it's kind of upsetting. I like to think that people at home know if I ever ended up in a jail cell and the media started printing why, that they'd know it's a pure lie they made it up.
Yeah.
But that's kind of scary. Outside of that, the ban in and of itself has not, I don't care, bro. It's made no difference to my life. The only thing Instagram was good for was a bunch of chicks, and you know, that's all. That's the only thing I used it for.
And you have them in.
I do okay. You know, I don't need it. So I don't care about any of that stuff.
There. So there you go. Him predicting that this would happen way before it happened, right? And you know, as you guys know, we're personal friends with Andrew. You know, we've had discussions about this. We knew it was going to come at some point too. His influence is too strong, and he says things that, quite frankly, go against the grain of mainstream society. You know, he teaches you how to not be a slave, look at things objectively, be a critical thinker. These are all things, okay, that mainstream media doesn't want you to do. They don't want you to be an independent thinker, because if there's too many independent thinkers, guess what? The beehive will not work, okay?